Hello viewers, I'm SB and this is Wargroove, an Advance Wars style tactics game created by Chucklefish, who, I don't know if Chucklefish has ever developed anything I've played. They've published some pretty good stuff. If you're not familiar with Advance Wars, or what it means when I say it's an Advance Wars style tactics game, don't worry, me neither. I've never played one of those games. I've just had a lot of people tell me that this is like that, and also that this is good. And I trust people. Well, some of them. Sometimes. Anyway, this thing looks cool, it sounds cool, and we're going to play it. I have not done anything at all yet. There might be an opening cinematic or a tutorial or something, and we're just going to find out together. Let's start this campaign. One rainy night at Cherrystone Castle. This weather is giving me the spooks. Did you hear that? Cut it out, it's just thunder. But I'm gonna patrol the throne room. You know, the throne room, way inside the castle, the safest place. Hey, wait for me! I like the art style a lot. Okay, what is that? That's a flying fox person? Cowards, jumping at shadows and dropping their guard. Okay, this is a fox woman who can fly. Getting to the king shouldn't be much of a challenge. There he is, all alone in his chambers. How convenient. The fewer guards I dispatch, the quicker this will be. Yeah, there are an awful lot of guards here. You know what this is kind of giving me the feeling of is Shining Force. I played those games because I'm old. But some unfortunate wretches still stand in my way. I'll start by defeating that one over there. It totally is a tutorial. Okay, left click on person, left click on space next to enemy, then attack the enemy. Easy.
Are you afraid?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot like Shining Force. Okay, I was reasonably good at those games, I think. To be honest with you, it's been a long time. It's time. Time my daughter learned the truth. How do I tell her? Okay. I'm not sure why I was able to hear that. He's pretty far away. I'll make my way toward the king's chambers. But yeah, I remember. I know about the king's... I know where we're going. These interstitials could maybe play a little faster. Mercia, a long time ago, before Cherrystone was Cherrystone. No. Okay, so we want to get to the king in as few turns as possible so that we don't have to listen to his story. This is laughably easy. Okay, so we're gonna move over here, we're gonna kill this guy. Look at that. I hardly had to be tutorialized at all.
How foolish.
So what do we... This is his HP, right? Defense +2. Not getting a lot of tooltips here. There was once a kingdom called Cacophony, and a war known as the Great Dissonance. Well, that's an appropriate thing to happen in a place like that. Okay, so it's the edge of our movement area. That last square on the end is just showing us how far we can attack. This knowledge is too great a burden. Oh, Mercia. I think this tutorial could be a little bit shorter. This castle is vast. If I access the overview screen, I can get a glimpse of its true extent. I just need to select an unoccupied tile and pick overview. You know, who hasn't done that? Who doesn't do that in their everyday lives? Okay. Screen provides me with objectives and statistics. So many humans, how unpleasant. Yeah, I hear you. Still, I can avoid most of them. As my objective says, I'm here for the king. I can close this now and return to my task. There's gold and income. Are these battles going to be a little bit more RTS, I guess? We're going to actually be able to, like, buy units, maybe? Okay, let's murk some dudes. Yeah, time to defeat a few more hapless guards and make my way to the king's chamber. So do I have to fight this guy? What happens if I just don't? Does he get a turn because I came into his vision?
My little bluebird.
I'll start slowly. My darling bluebird, I need to tell you something. Okay, yeah, so that we made that guy aware.
Goodbye.
Okay. That doesn't seem to have really had any negative consequences. I lost a tiny pixel of health, it looked like. But does facing actually matter for their awareness? I wonder if this guy's going to see us and attack us. It's a very long story about something that happened a very long time ago. Okay, yeah, it's just as soon as we get within a certain distance of them, they wake up.
Goodbye.
Yeah, you can see a tiny little bit of lost health there. I'm not allowed to attack his very fine bearskin rug. At last. You! How did you?
What?
Sigrid! Boy, that dismissive wave of her hand is really something. Humans are so frail. You understand what you've just done? You'll start a war! War? The inane squabble of children. Where is the key?
Safe hands.
You'll never have it. The key is in safe hands, far from the grasp of a monster like you. It's weird that there's some voice to dialogue, but it doesn't say what the actual... I don't know. It's an interesting aesthetic choice. Safe hands. Before you die, understand this. Nothing is safe from me.
Listen.
You're making a mistake. Hush now. Oh, that was a much more intense gesture that didn't actually come near anyone. He's like a flying fox Jedi. Still, the key eludes me. No matter. It's close, I can feel it. Okay, well, we 3-starred the mission. Got the highest possible rank by doing the only things we could do.
Yes.
I'm sure they'll all be that easy, right? Well done, Princess. Your skill with the Cherry Blade improves yet further. Cherry Blade. Thank you. Woof. I probably don't need to speak the dog's dialogue. It's all right, Caesar. It's just one of the royal guard. Lord Emmerich!
Hmm?
Is this important? You disturbed the princess's lessons. The king, my lord. The king has been killed.
What?
What? Yeah, what he said.
I'm sorry.
Who did this? Sir, the assailant appears to have been a vampire. Oh, was she a vampire? I may have missed that. The Feldheim Legion. Oh yeah, those guys. They're always causing trouble. Princess Mercia, the murder of your father is an act of war. We must defend the kingdom. Well, you probably want to defend the kingdom before the king gets murdered. War? We're at war? Yeah, after the king is murdered is a bad time to start defending things. We've unlocked additional lore about Emmerich. Okay, that's awesome, I guess. There's probably like a codex or something that we can click on for the lore? Okay, well, whatever. Let's do this for right now. An unsure Mercia faces her first test as Monarch of Cherrystone. Probably there's going to be a little more tutorial here, I'm guessing. Several months later. Wow, it took us a long time to walk to that little square.
My queen.
Congratulations on your coronation, Queen Mercia. Emmerich, you really think I'm ready to be a queen? I don't really think that's how it
I
works.
have no doubt.
You are your father's daughter. I hope you're right. Is she concerned that she might not be her father's daughter? Your Majesty, Feldheim scouts have breached the border.
What?
They're here? In Cherrystone? Hey, did we not do... Hold on, did it take several months for us to walk over there and we didn't do anything about the fact that the king had been killed? No retaliation or... Okay. I guess, you know, a coronation's a big deal, I guess.
Let's go.
Gotta do it right. Alright, we can do this. Probably. Apparently I can't keep my crown on. Who needs a crown? I'm sure the fact that the crown flew off my head at the first opportunity has no symbolic importance whatsoever. I can just carry around a crown cushion at all times. Okay. These skeletal warriors are Feldheim troops. We must defeat them all to secure this region. We should begin by attacking the closest dread swords with our unit of swordsmen. And skeletons always get a bad rap. Why can't I be the skeletons? Right, let's get this over and done with. I'm just saying, like, skeletons are real cool. Okay, so we can move into the trees. The trees are not an obstruction. Hold on. Hold on. I know what you want me to do. Hold on, I want to... Okay, they really don't want me to look around. I was trying to, like, look at the mouse over and try to determine what this filled-in symbol means. If it's trying to tell me that it means, like, this square has... Okay, so when we mouse over the grassland... Yeah, it's a defensive bonus. It wasn't one filled-in circle in white. It was 3 filled-in symbols in black. The forests have a +3 defensive bonus. Okay. Notice numbers have appeared next to the 2 battling units. Yeah, there's a little... yes, there is. There are numbers. You said that. These represent the unit's health. They appear when it drops below 95%. Number 5 indicates that the Dreadsword is down around 50% health. Okay. It is a rating of our health from 1 to 10. My swordsman's down to about 80%. Then let's attack the Dreadsword with our second swordsman. It worked out really well the first time. Yeah, you can see there's no defensive bonus here. The grass has 1. That has 3. Alright. Have at him. 57%. When selecting a target, a damage preview will appear above its head. Damage preview indicates what damage will be dealt by both units during combat. You see, the health of a unit suggests more than how close it is to defeat. The more damage a unit takes, the weaker its attack power becomes. So a healthy unit is a stronger unit. It looks like your swordsman will do just fine here. Yeah, I dig the art. This is cool.
What?
More undead? Seems like they're not giving up quite yet. Well, yeah, apparently our whole Royal Guard is just 2 guys. I wouldn't give up against that either. Oh, never mind. We have more dudes. Friendly reinforcements have arrived. Just in the nick of time. Look, it seems like we've been provided with a new unit type. Pikemen. This might be a good time for you to learn about critical hits.
Yes.
Yes. All units have conditions under which their attacks are stronger. All these attacks critical hits. I've never heard of those. Don't worry, my queen. This information is easy to find. Let me show you how to find information about a unit's crit. Okay, so you right-click, get a good info screen. Here we can find useful information about our selected unit. This part gives us an overview of the unit. Critical hit when adjacent to another spearman. More powerful than normal infantry. Pikeman crits when adjacent to another pikeman. You can bring this info up on any unit, terrain, or structure. Use it often and you'll learn fast. Yes, you can see there's no defense bonus on this road. I don't know what these... Oh, these are probably different movement types. How many points of movement it costs to cross this. When you're ready, you can close this window. More effective against these kinds of guys, vulnerable to these kinds of guys. Remove. Captures. Huh. Okay.
Very well.
Well, I'm sure the parts of that don't make sense to us yet will soon. Make sure our pikemen stick together. Lined up our first pikeman. Let's attack the Dreadsword with our second. Okay, so there's no hit chance. Attacks always connect. The percentage shown is just about the amount of damage we're going to deal. And critical hits are not random. They're things you plan for. A lot of what's going on here is very much up my alley. I like a very small amount of randomness. Arrows flashing. Well spotted. A flashing arrow in the damage preview is a good sign. Yeah, 120% of someone's health is the amount of damage I'm usually looking to deal. It means you're about to land a critical hit. Okay, so damage is not simultaneous. When we kill the enemy with our attack, they don't get a counterattack.
Yeah.
That's the placement of the first pikeman. The second pikeman dealt a critical hit. Alright, we're going a little... Pace is a little bit slow on this tutorial. Keeping your pikemen together will ensure a stronger offense. Encountering a new unit type, it's important to learn about their crit. Okay,
Thank you.
I got it. I got it from here. I couldn't do this without you. Probably. Maybe. So can I get a good info by right-clicking on these guys? How does their crit work? Where did it actually say? Okay, the crit is just in the description. This guy also crits when next to another spearman. He's the same unit, just with a different graphic. Alright. Do these guys have crit? Critical hit when adjacent to the commander. We don't have our commander right now, so I guess let's just go and have at this dude. So do units have an unlimited number of counterattacks? Like, are these skeletons going to get to counterattack the second unit as well? Or is it one counterattack per turn? We're not going to get to find out, because we're going to kill him with this hit. Alright, so far it seems pretty straightforward. Do you hit critically on defense? It doesn't look like it. So this is not enough damage for a kill, so why don't you step over here? Just have these guys handle the situation. That's the last of them. Well done, my queen. We did it! A good start, but Feldheim won't stop there. We must remain vigilant. They'll be back!
Yes.
And in greater numbers. A whole horde of skeletons. Why can't we be the skeletons? Think of how useful a bunch of skeleton troops would be. Why don't we just pay them to fight for us? Because they'll just get back up when they get killed, right? Like, this seems like a problem we could solve with gold. Indeed, and much else besides. I'd forgotten you had so little experience with the undead. Our dog is freaking out about the way undead smell. Cherrystone is normally so peaceful. I've never seen them here before. Now they're coming, and they won't stop. An undead army. Well, all undead but one. We've spoken in your lessons of their leader, Valder. A living man, and a necromancer of great power. I haven't forgotten. Well, we should make a move. The undead are likely to be advancing on other parts of the kingdom. Emmerich, do you think Valder will come to Cherrystone himself?
Yes.
Yes, your majesty, I do. Okay, well, that'll make him easier to kill. If I had an infinite army of skeleton monsters, I would never go anywhere myself. They would just go do all the work for me. Your majesty, wait! This poor dude. That armor's gotta be heavy. Okay, hey, look at that. We're still killing it. Presumably, at some point, they will stop tutorializing, and that is when we will probably stop getting 3 stars. Feldheim invasion begins in earnest. Alright, throw a plague of skeletons at me. I got it. These animations are cute. Yeah, that's it. Just let the soldiers do all the fighting. We'll wait back here. Kingdom's overrun with Feldheim soldiers. We have to do something. We will hold what land we can. Maybe if we... Oh, whoa! Not so fast! Who are you? That's a lot of... I'm not going to be able to match quite that level of enthusiasm. I'm the person that's going to smash, bash, and pulverize you!
Call me Ragna!
Okay. Alright. Ragna's just... She's at 11 right now. She can... Ooh, maybe take it down just like a tiny little bit. Okay, well apparently we're fighting Ragna. Oh no, my empty stable? I guess now it's their empty stable. Alright, we care about that? Do we care about that? It doesn't seem important. Did you see that? The Feldheim hordes just captured a village to the west. We'll attempt to claim the neutral village to the east next, unless we stop them. This one. Okay, then let's stop them. Luckily, a Cherrystone Ranger is here to help us. Rangers are units that can attack enemies from a distance. Let's move it into a position from where it can attack approaching undead. Sure. In this position, our ranger can attack any enemies approaching from the west. you want to end your turn, select an unoccupied map tile, and then select End Turn. Alright, so do we get, like, Overwatch Fire, or is it just we can attack during our turn? Okay. It's just that we can attack during our turn. Are you remembering to check the unit info screen to learn about critical hits? No, I totally didn't. Then you'll know that Rangers crit if they attack without moving. We'll attack the Dreadsword without removing the Ranger now. Yeah, I probably should be doing that. Now we need to select the tile from which to perform the attack. Since we don't want the archer to move, we select the same tile again. Okay, that's pretty good. That seems like a pretty okay unit. Did it! We may have defeated those soldiers, but it's not over yet. The enemy owns a barracks. This will enable them to recruit new units. Fortunately, we have access to a barracks of our own. We should select it to recruit a new unit at once. I just, completely missed the tile. There we go. This barracks lets you recruit 3 different unit types. Swordsmen, pikemen, and rangers. Yes, we can all read it. That's right, but due to our current funds, we can only afford the crappy swordsman. A single swordsman can make a big difference. Let's recruit one now, sure. Note that each barracks can only recruit a single unit per turn. Okay, so there's going to be some resource management in addition to the tactical combat. Right, I'll make sure to remember that. Okay, well, yeah, this definitely seems like a thing that is up my alley. Alright, so we gotta take the swordsman and capture the village. And what does this actually do for us? Is the village gonna generate gold, or... Excellent work, my queen! Villages bring in 100 gold every turn, so they're incredibly important to the war effort. That does seem important. Right, because more gold means we can recruit more units. In fact, we can cripple the enemy's income by taking their village to the west. Capture a village that is owned by a different faction, which we must first defeat it. Okay, that seems pretty straightforward. Some units are more effective than others at defeating structures such as villages. I advise you to rely on the pikeman's powerful crit for this job. I do love a good pikeman. Rangers are like crazy expensive. Okay, so what is the range of my attack? The range of my attack is all of the outline squares, right? So I probably do want to move over a little bit here. Okay, they're pouring out kind of a lot of skeletons. Enemy reinforcements to the north. They'll no doubt be heading towards your northern villages. I should have known they wouldn't make this easy for us. I suggest you don't leave the northern path unattended. Okay, yeah, we got it. I can handle this. Neutralize all the enemy structures. I mean, the archer's probably pretty good. Yeah, we'll just keep this guy right here. Alright, select the tile. Alright, maybe I've already forgotten. Okay, what it's showing me is the maximum range from which I can attack from any of the squares I can move to. If I want to attack here, I actually do have to move over. Well, I don't think I really want to do that with you. Hold on. Let's move up with the pike. Move you to here. I think I'm going to keep the archer pretty much... Yeah, I'm going to keep the archer right here so that we can defend against guys coming in from the north, right? I guess we seem to only have 3 actual spaces of attack range. Yeah, range 3. So if we want to be able to attack the guys coming in from the north without having to move first, we really should move back to the spot we were in. I know it looks like indecision, but what it actually is incompetence. Definitely want to buy another spear this turn so we can get those crits. Those great big spear crits. Alright, but they can't attack right away. Well, we could just hurl our swordsman against this skeleton. Probably a pretty good idea to move first. Units attacked in a river are at a distinct disadvantage. It has a hazard rating rather than a defense rating. Well, I don't know if it's, like, super important not to lose units, or... I'm just gonna try to make room here for the pikes. Actually, you know what? This skeleton's probably in our archer range, isn't it? I probably could have just shot it with the archer. Yeah, it's totally... No, three range. I have to move. Well, I suppose let's go ahead and move once. Right, because we can still hit the northern path from here. Even if this attack is a little bit weaker, because it's not a crit, it's still enough. And we just use the spearman to be the front of our line, because he's quite a bit more powerful than the swordsman is. And they're not even going to get in range to do anything here. Well, not before I can attack once. I guess, yeah, I'm not going to take the building in one strike. Do we want to attack the building? We probably want to just clear up the skeleton first, right? We'll give the other spearmen time to get over here. And allow us to get some crits against the building. I guess I left myself standing in the road where I have no defensive bonus. That's not ideal. Okay, I don't think we're in any danger up here. What do I want you to do? I guess we could just hurl this guy against the building. It's not really going to do any damage, though. Yeah, what do you do with the unit when it's this wounded? I guess we can have him back up, and like he's not going to be useful in combat over here, but maybe he could be a distraction to keep them from attacking the buildings. Then we have all this money. I'm going to get us another ranger. So that should keep the north pretty safe. Okay, archers aren't terrible in melee. Alright, so I want to attack these guys now to take advantage of the crit. This gets them weak enough that they probably won't pose a serious threat to us on the next turn. Okay, they do get to counterattack after the ranged attack, as long as they're in melee range. And this should be a kill. Yeah, we got this all the way under control. You can't quite make it into range to allow... It says adjacent. Okay, but with diagonal adjacency does not count. That's fine. We'll do a little bit of damage now, and then we'll critically attack with the full health spearman next turn. And you're not really doing much of value at this point. I guess it doesn't really matter. I think we probably will not get a lot of use out of this, whatever we hire this turn. Well, he served as a distraction. That was the thing I said he might be useful for. Okay, so we want the crit. There we go. So diagonal adjacency is not considered adjacent. That's the thing we're probably going to need to remember. What? How did this happen? Excellent. You cleared the enemy from the village. Capture it to secure it before Ragna takes it back. Well, bad news about that. I don't have any guys over there who can do that. Let's have our injured archer finish this guy off, and our healthy archers can run toward what little is left of the battle. Why not, right? Well, that doesn't seem like a great plan. So we can use our higher health spear to eliminate this guy real fast, then we can capture the city with the other guy, right? I'm assuming we can't attack and capture with the same unit in the same turn. Yeah. Wow, okay, with this font, it really looks like she just screamed moo. I'm assuming that that was not supposed to be a moo. Well done. With no villages, the enemy has no income. Notice that a captured structure never begins with full health. In fact, it starts with the equivalent of half the capturing unit's health. Okay. Good to know. Now we should destroy their barracks to completely remove them from the region. Seems simple enough. Simple. A lot of our units are not actually going to be helpful here. I'll tell you what, we're certainly not going to bother buying anybody else. So they can uncapture it, but they won't be able to capture it for themselves with this action. And obviously, getting a pretty easy kill here. Well, actually, you know what? Our units are damaged enough. Now, between the two of them, we should be able to do this, I think. Although this guy doesn't get a crit. Oh, you know what? We can't, I can't actually attack them from any of the tiles we can move to. Alright, well, we'll just capture the village. Alright, and that ought to be the end of that. Do we have... She has 200 gold left? Assuming her units cost the same to hire as ours, she could still be buying stuff. Kind of weird that she hasn't, although I appreciate it. So yeah, probably we just want to attack here. We're not quite going to get the kill, but they're going to deal almost no damage to us. Wow, that one particular guy's family is probably going to be pretty upset about my assessment of almost no damage. But, you know, mathematically it was a good attack. So, there's no concept here... Yeah, there's no concept here of the unit having, like, different range strengths and melee strengths. It's just the unit has a certain amount of strength. It seems like archers are perfectly reasonable in melee. Unlike in a lot of tactics games. Either that or these skeleton warriors, which is really terrible. So move you up here. Get our crit. Okay, this should be, I think, Ragna's final turn. We probably have this under control. Get a crit here real fast. You guys in a tile with a significant defensive bonus, so it's not going to completely wipe them out, but then we have a spearman crit to follow it up. Okay, it's going to take us a second to get through this thing. She's out of money though, right? I think she's out of money. So we won't see any more defensive units, it's just a matter of hacking through the defenses here. Probably when they run out of money. they should just scoop out, because she can't hire any units or anything, right? Okay, here we go. I don't have enough gold to recruit a new unit! Look at that, resource management. Alright, I think I get what this game is all about now. This seems cool.
No!
This is not happening! Go away! Oh, the skeletons are adorable. I said go away. Yeah, I want some of those. Can we just trade out some of our troops?
Huh.
What do you... I said go away! Oh, it's you.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to disturb you. You didn't disturb me! I was lying in wait!
Huh.
Yeah, right.
Shut up! Ugh.
This isn't over! She seems well adjusted. At least we only got 2 stars. What an embarrassment. It's the worst military performance in an era. And we... How does stars? And also why? Why do I care about stars? What do these things mean? Unhappy with her defeat, Ragna decides to take matters into her own hands. Was that not what she was doing before?
Whatever!
So you won. Who even cares?
Ugh.
All you did was beat up a few lousy, stinking skeletons. How dare you? Oh, look at him.
I won't hold
Look at
back.
him. Look what you've done. I care, and I won't stop until my kingdom is safe. Also, Dog is angry. For now. Enough messing around.
Crush you!
Yeah. Ragna's gotta calm down. She's gonna, like, pop a blood vessel. Ragna has moved deep into this region. She's even got a stronghold. A stronghold is a really important structure that anchors a faction to a region. To win, we can either defeat the stronghold or Ragna herself. Alright, I understand. I'm joining this fight personally. Look, over there, one of our knights has beaten us here on a very adorable horse. Knights are strong, fast-moving units. However, they're unable to capture structures. Only infantry and commanders can do that. Sure, knights sound great. Let's get started. Hold your horses. It seems this knight is low on health. Is there something we can do to help? Indeed there is. This is where reinforcement comes into play. Simply move a wounded unit next to one of your structures and select Reinforce. Sadly, structures are unable to regain health through reinforcement. However, their health will gradually be restored over time, as will that of certain units. All structures regain 10% health every turn, and all commanders, such as yourself, regain 5%. Okay? Well, let's just go and... Oh, wow. Expensive. Excellent. Our knight's back to full health. Yes, though it's important to note reinforcing has its drawbacks. First, reinforcing a unit counts an amount of gold proportional to the unit's value. Second, the health restored to the unit is taken from the health of the structure. Yep, alright. Start by taking control of those barracks in nearby villages. Let's go up here and capture this.
We could use this.
I like these cute little animations, but it seems like they're not skippable, and I imagine we're going to see them a lot. I'll check in the options. There might be a way to make them skippable. Alright, so they get their own little village, and all we have to do is outlast them, right? Fortunately, their units seem to mostly be garbage, although I imagine Ragna herself is probably pretty good. As commanders, you and Ragna are both powerful units on the battlefield. Easily take down most infantry units and enemy structures single-handedly. Make the most of your strengths as a commander without risking your neck. Remember, the team that loses their commander also loses the battle. Alright, so let's hold on. Let's have a quick look at our actual units here. So, critical hit when it attacks from a location 6 spaces away from where it starts. It wants to get a full charge on. And it has the mounted movement type. It's a horseshoe, right? And the commander doesn't crit. And captures means it's just meant to tell me this is a unit that can capture structures, unlike a knight. Okay. So, how much movement do you guys have? 4. So I'm going to assume he's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to end our knight in a position where we can move 6 to attack him. 4, 5, 6. So we actually really only want to move like 1 space, right? And then from here... Yeah. I think. Providing I know how to count, that seems like a pretty reasonable plan.
I'm going in.
So maybe it's not a good idea to just run the commander out here by herself. She seems to be very similar. There's not like a combat value listed on them. You know, it's just like a sort of an abstract measure of strength. So I don't know exactly how much better these units are than each other. Hold on, if we hit Codex, do we get like a more detailed... Oh, we sure do. Okay. So, is Commander on the list here? I see the command... Oh. Different commanders actually have different stats. Okay, you know what? Let's not stress about that too much right now. So we have some money. I'd really love to buy a ranger, so I think I'm going to save for now. You should probably follow the commander. These guys get crits when they're adjacent to the commander. Okay. Oh, he ran a different direction than I thought he was going to. That's inconvenient. Ragna just recruited a Dread Spear, a Feldheim spearman. It would be prudent to check the spearman's info screen. I'm going to assume spearmen are effective against knights. Yeah. Let me direct your attention to the table at the bottom. This table tells us which units the spearman is especially effective against. Oh no, it says they're effective against cavalry. No big surprise there. Yes, spearmen will deal extra damage against units such as our knight. Go ahead and close this window. Yeah, okay. Thank you for your permission to close the window. We should make sure not to put our knight in any unnecessary danger. This would be a good time to check the enemy's movement range. Okay, I had kind of figured this out already. Holding this button, you can display how far the selected unit can move. Awareness of the enemy's range is important when positioning units. Shouldn't be too hard to keep our knight safe, since he can run forever. Alright, well I don't see much reason not to just go in here and go nuts. If we kill the guy in one hit, we don't take any damage on the return, so... Oh, didn't quite get there. I wonder if there is a small random factor to damage, because it did say 100%, right? But it might be that there's, effectively some rounding in play, right? We were going to do more than 95% damage to him, so it displays as 100, or, you know, there's a lot of reasons that that might have been that way. Okay, so if Ragna is going to do anything other than run directly at the commander, it ends up here, so we'd like to be, like, hereabouts? That should give us some good flexibility and get ourselves a ranger. Okay, now she just wants to fight our commander.
Take this! Here!
Ow! That's a lot of damage. Okay, well the good news is we have a building nearby. This part of Cherrystone is more forested than I remember. We may be able to use this to our advantage. Different terrain types have different advantages and disadvantages. You may have noticed that traveling through a forest will slow you down. Well, you mentioned it. I also noticed that units struggle with mountains. Hey, don't you go notice. I'll notice the things around here. Thank you very much. Additionally, some terrain will increase or decrease the defense of a unit. Forests will give you a boost, while rivers make you vulnerable. Read more about each terrain type by checking its tile info. Alright, so we took a little bit more damage than I would like there. I want to run back and reinforce, but am I like totally hanging my warrior out to dry if I do that? You can't actually get close enough to attack. You are having a hell of a time getting up on the enemies here. I mean, she's going to be effective against a lot of things. It looks like she's not extra effective against knights, though. So if we move our knight up here to cover for our war. I'm going to go ahead and move that. Okay. Use the knight to cover. And I'm going to move this guy just back into a defensive position. Or maybe like... Yeah, the mountain has 4 shields. This is the most defensive position. If we were to attack from here, we won't deal very much damage and we'll take a ton. So I think I'm just going to move up here and wait. And then I have 200 gold left. We could try to put together a couple of pikemen. I don't know that we need any more melee range units, though. I think we're already going to struggle to find spaces to attack from. And we're getting 300 gold per turn. I think I'm just going to wait and recruit another archer next turn. Alright, so our dude here is going to be in some trouble. You know, that wasn't as bad as I thought it might be. Unfortunately, the skeletons might finish us off. Yeah. Oh, no, wait, we live. No, never mind. Well, they did a good job of tanking all of the enemy's actions, though. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is just a skeleton archer. Man, the skeleton units look super cool. Alright, well, the good news is this guy ran up into crit range. And no, it does not round the damage values. That was a 101 that we saw there. So maybe there is just a small amount of variance, and that's why we didn't kill the skeleton on the first attack. If you surrender, we can just end this now. We don't have to keep fighting. Never! Alright, well, our dude here is not going to be able to get a crit. But he's going to do some pretty good damage to this skeleton that has no health left. Seems like an alright way to use it. Those are extremely cute horses. They've really bred them for cuteness, which I don't know if that's the best strategy. So this guy is not going to be able to move into targeting range here. And if Ragna wants to run up and fight our full health commander while she's wounded, I think we should let her do that. I'm going to go ahead and recruit another ranger. At this point, maybe we should pick up some pikes. So we can have some units who are actually effective in melee again.
Get out of my way!
I thought that this spearman was maybe going to come across and try to threaten our village, but it seems like they don't really have any interest in doing that. Boy, this is not very much damage. The mountains are powerful. I wonder if it might be a good idea to just fall back. Like, trying to fight her in the mountains is going to be pretty miserable. Actually, no, she's wounded enough that we're going to come out ahead on that. So yeah, let's go ahead and move to the mountains ourselves.
I won't fail!
Yeah, okay. Well, I think it's pretty clear that this is how we're going to be winning the mission. Let's go ahead and... Oh, I have a critical attack on the archer. Maybe I should just drop the archer real fast? The knight's going to get double attacked then, and it's going to take a bunch of damage from the spearman, but... Like, if we can't kill Ragna right now, which we can't, it's probably best to keep cleaning up the enemy units. Yeah, like, we'll just move you up here. Yeah, let's just crush that archer real fast. Because I'm sure Ragna's under control next turn. She might run forward and just completely murder one of our spearmen here. Don't think our hero's low enough to be in any real danger. Okay, she's just fleeing. I don't think that's going to be that effective, considering the number of archers that we have. Actually, I probably want to move to, like, here, right? Make sure that it's easy for the other archer to also be in range. she's going to have to develop a new strategy. Let's make sure we get another pike for him. Then you can't quite pursue her out. I don't know that it's very beneficial for us to fight the spearmen, though. That doesn't really help us. We'll just give chase. And you should maybe just back off? Man, I really do a lot more damage than they do. This guy's going to be able to get an attack if I attack this this skeleton here. I think we'll do this. Keep these guys low enough on health that they're not actually dangerous. And our knight can probably kill, like, pretty much anything up here on counterattack. And fighting this close to our buildings is a little inconvenient for them because we can heal very easily.
Take this!
So she has to come forward to finish the job so that we don't heal. Oh, and she fails. And now she's very vulnerable, so I think we probably have it. Let me just take our crit here. Okay, well that was not very impressive. I'm assuming that at this amount of health I'm not going to be able to get a kill or anything. We may as well just heal up.
This ends now.
This should be the end of it, right?
This isn't fair!
You did it. That was tough, sort of. That was sort of tough. I lost? That's impossible! Impossible? You must have cheated. Oh, you cheated, didn't you? Seems pretty difficult to have a reasonable conversation with you. So, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah!
You'd better run. That's right, Ragna, you got me. Oh, what is this? Lord Feldheim!
Ragna!
Quiet, Ragna. You disgrace yourself. Stand aside and let me fix your mess. That sounds bad. Sounds like bad things are gonna happen here. Okay, well, 3 stars, only an A rank. I have no idea what is causing or influencing those rankings. But hey, alright, I think we know what's going on here. I think that ought to be good for the first episode. So, the intention with the series is there will be a new episode every weekday. So, thank you all so much for watching. Come back tomorrow to see exactly what Lord Valder meant by that. And we'll see you then.